J. Frederick Smith here, Continental Realty of Jackson. We're heading on into 1074 Hood Avenue in West Jacksonville. This is a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath home, just over 1,000 square feet. Oh, actually, almost 1,100 square feet. And right now, it's listed at just under just under $80,000. We've already had a nice look around the outside, so we're going to walk through the inside. First thing I can tell you right away is that we've got a lot of this paneling here on the wall that is loose, not properly attached. I see that in a lot of different places, like over the window AC here. Some of the ceiling work is needing to be redone. We've got some cracking in the ceiling that could be as a result of water damage or other problems. The ceiling fan on the ceiling is old and needing to be replaced, of course. The crown, although it's properly installed, should probably be painted and the gaps around it caulked. But this paneling really gets me. I don't understand why we've got this paneling here. But, you know, that's something that you can deal with. Floors are what appear to be luxury vinyl plank. Or vinyl plank. I don't know about the luxury part of that, but at least vinyl plank, or maybe some kind of laminate flooring, which actually is probably more likely. The seams here have, and this is why I'm saying laminate now, I think that's what we've got, because the seams here and some of the floor have raised up, which is a sign of water spillage. And you know what you've got underneath this floor is just paper. So when it gets wet under there, of course it swells, and it swells, pushes up the seams. We've got a lot of different seams here where you've got that kind of a problem. So paneling, laminate flooring. In the kitchen, what you've got are the glue down 12 by 12 vinyl tiles, and it looks like that's the same in this back. What this is a laundry room or some kind of back porch area as well. 12 by 12 vinyl tiles, which really should come up. Now this floor feels really solid. I'm real happy with the feel of the floor. What that means is that there's, except right there, I could push my foot through that if I wanted to. In fact, do I see a little light? Well, whatever. There is places that definitely are going to need to have some work underneath, and these floors definitely need to be replaced. Kitchen cabinets are original equipment, as you can tell here by looking. If I was going to flip this house, I'd certainly be pulling all of these kitchen cabinets out and putting something newer in. There's this interesting stack of shelves here on this wall. And you know, that's kind of an interesting idea. I think, though, that I'd want floating shelves rather than the way that they've done these. Get these guys out. The little desk, also get that out. You could even just put some regular kitchen cabinets on this wall. You know, and some counters underneath it to give yourself some more counter space. So walls also need work. They've been damaged, as you can see, and they just kind of painted over the damage. Around the windows, we've got a lot of damage of the sheetrock on the walls, and you know, the window itself is I don't know what's going on here, but they put this little piece of something here. Maybe the window was actually covered over at one point, and they tore that out in order to let some light in or something. That seems like a reasonable guess. We see the same thing over here, where the wall work actually is in desperate needs of being redone. It doesn't look like it's been that long ago that this has been done, except that what I see are nails instead of screws for the sheetrock. So, you know, maybe the 70s. So this could be, you know, a renovation that was done a long time ago, got started, and they never finished it. Don't know. Countertops are newer, and at least that's the one thing I would say, you know, that makes this kitchen even remotely habitable, is that the sink, which is not the cheapest double basin stainless sink because of the depth, but close to it. The newer kitchen faucet, which is not the cheapest kitchen faucet, but close to it. And these countertops, which are just a plain Formica, marble look Formica countertop. This is not stone, it's just plastic over the top of pressboard. But still, it's a solid piece. and it still looks like it's in good shape. You could actually save that in your renovation, use that for the work, after the other cabinet work is done, because, that definitely needs some repair or something. Appliances, well, what you've got is a range that needs to be replaced and a refrigerator that needs to be replaced, but no dishwasher. Now, it could be that there was a dishwasher once upon a time over in that corner, and maybe that needs to go back in there, or maybe in this corner. I don't know. I don't think I put it in this corner, though, because that's so close to the range, but maybe over there. It kind of makes for an awkward situation with the refrigerator where it is, but, having a dishwasher is better than not. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on into this bonus space. So nice and bright with the big windows. You've got these big windows that look out over the back and over the side of the property. I really appreciate the amount of light that comes in. The ceiling has been recently painted. I can still see some brush or roller marks on the ceiling. The texture work that's been done on the ceiling is good. The walls in this room are painted a flat white, which would easily be repainted to whatever color you like. You're gonna have to pull some screws and some nails and maybe patch a few holes, but all in all, this room is in relatively good shape compared to what I've seen so far in the rest of the house. The door frame, lots of hands have stained the door frame here over time, and once again needs to be cleaned out. Also, rather than pulling the trim when they put the sheetrock down, which is what they should have done, they left the trim on and just sheetrocked right up to the edge of it. And the problem there is that you're not going to be able to make that look right ever again. It's going to be like it is right now till the end of its time. You could pull the door out and try to recase it, but I think you're still going to have problems. This window really should come out. Although it lets light into the kitchen, it also steals space for cabinetry and other things, especially since it's not the outside of the house. You've got this other big room here. So let's continue into the back. Now, this could be like mother-in-law quarters or a separate bedroom. This could easily be the master. You could make this into a master bedroom. Since we're only at 2, changing this into a bedroom would make it 3. Now, what you would need to do is put in a closet, and you would need to put in, I would say, put in some kind of a restroom, but the laundry room right next to it, which is, by the way, the same kind of glue-down tile, although different color. This laundry room also looks like a recent ad, relatively clean as far as this particular property goes, with the work relatively done. But the thing is, you have a wet wall. And if you have a wet wall, that means that you also have the ability to put in a bath. So why do you need this giant laundry room? This is huge. You don't need that. What you could do is put that water heater over there, or washer dryer connections over here, since you have a wet wall right here, and then whatever's left you can make into not only a separate master bath, but also a walk-in closet. You've got plenty of space for that. And this room also has nice big windows that let in a lot of light. Of course, it's all painted white, which helps. The doors are just a bifold door that is hung only on the pivot hinge up here. And it looks like that they just kind of framed that in, and without doing anything more to it, and hung the door. So probably they just wanted a little privacy or maybe noise reduction or something. But with a little bit of effort here, I can really see this room being not only the laundry, but also a walk-in closet and a bathroom. And then this room could really be the master. You could leave that door or not. I would say, having a door is probably a good idea, but whatever. It's up to you. The doorway to the kitchen, if this is going to be a bedroom, they're definitely going to have to do something about this door. And of course, then you're going through the kitchen to get to your bedroom. And how you're going to deal with that, I don't know. So lots of wall work, interesting little arch. Yeah. And so let's get into the rest of the house here, the 2 bedrooms that are actually right now registered as bedrooms. So the first one is the old carpet on the floors, wallpaper on the walls. One of the windows is covered. This window is covered because it actually goes to where that laundry room is right now. There's not actually a window there anymore, I don't think. It looks like it's been framed in. But that framing needs to be finished, and that should be sealed up. There's 2 windows here on the a side of the house that go into this room. They both look like they're newer windows, but the problem is because they put this AC unit underneath, the condensation from that over time and with heat have cracked the seals on the glass, and these windows now are so opaque that this one needs to come out and be replaced. This one is still in relatively good shape, and looks like it's lockable, although it doesn't. Oh yeah, it is. It's locked. Okay, so you can lock and unlock it, and the sash seems to be sound. I'm not seeing any problems with that, but of course the casing needs to be finished. And this window also, same thing, casing needs to be finished. There is a small closet here. You can tell how big the closet is because, it's just been built into the room in the corner, right? It opens with a regular style door. And as you can see, it's a small, tiny little closet, maybe 22 inches deep by 48 inches across. There's a shelf, but the shelf is so high up that there's barely enough room to even get my hand up in there, let alone be able to put anything actually on the shelf. This shelf is worthless. This bar is at 6 feet. This bar here, it really needs to come down to about here at about 5 feet. And then the shelf also brought down so that you can actually use it, because right now, you could probably throw some socks up in there or something. But really, there is like maybe 5 inches of space between here and the front of that shelf. That's not enough room to have any use whatsoever. So I would say fix that. Obviously, the wallpaper needs to come off. The ceiling fan should be replaced. That one window needs to be replaced. Now, I'm seeing a lot of window style AC units. I'm not seeing a furnace. Looking here as we're stepping out of the bedroom, also the doorway into what is like a mini hall is definitely in need of some cleanup, some repair. The hallway itself is the same laminate flooring that we saw in the living room. And, one thing about the living room is that the windows here are okay, but look at here, you've also got quite a lot of opaque on the glass. Now, whether that's because there's some staining or anything else, probably it's because there's moisture in between the panels, and these would probably need to be replaced. The window casing, they did a relatively nice job. Nice little feature there, but a lot of the trim needs to have work done. You've got some water damage, from moisture coming in, and this here. All this is just like a 1/4 inch wood panel that's a beauty panel that's been tacked on underneath that. And I would say, just pull all that out and get it redone. The wall AC unit is in good shape, but once again, there's no furnace. So what does that mean? Well, if you want a furnace, you're going to have to put one in. And whether there's power for it yet, I don't know. We'll see. So the bathroom, we've got the same vinyl 12-inch tiles. These are the glue down. It's just basically got a sticky back, and you stick it down. You peel off the paper and you stick that thing down on the floor, and you just do those together, and then and it makes a floor. The problem is it's not waterproof. This is the worst flooring that you could put in a bathroom short of carpet, because it looks like something that would be free and safe of having water problems, but the reality is it allows any spill to just go right through and down to the wood below. Now, the floor here feels solid, right up to the tub and in the corner. So at the very least, even if there's been problems, they've managed to mitigate that. I appreciate the fact that the floor is in as good a shape as it is. So what we've got are plastic panel tiles. This is not tile, it's a sheet. Plastic panel in a tile look. It's a 4x8 sheet. You've got several of them. You can see the seam here below the mirror, which is it a medicine cabinet? Yeah, it's a medicine cabinet. So you can see the seam, and they also put that on the ceiling. It's the same. So maybe put in some regular ceilings, get these panels off the walls. The tub and the tile surround look decent. They did a nice, relatively nice job of installing the color tiles that they have here, and I like the color on these tiles. I like the fact that it goes all the way to the ceiling. The tub itself seems to be in relatively good shape. This is a fiberglass tub, so it's not that old. The fiberglass tub seems to be in good shape. The valve's probably okay, but you need some escutcheons, and you definitely need to do something about changing out the knobs at the very least on that, and the faucet. So there's a little bit of work to be done in here, but not as much as you would have to do, in some situations. The tile work's not perfect, by the way. You can tell by the corner. A nice straight line down the corner usually means that the tile work is done really well. But what you've got are places where the tile doesn't quite line up, or doesn't quite match the size or the space. So you've got some large grout spots, or they're crooked. Also, there's a lot of cracking in the grout, and you're going to have to do something about that. Not just on this side, but on the other side as well, where there's cracking in that grout. So just some caulk will really make a lot of difference. We have some white tiles that border it, and some of those are damaged, so you're going to have to do something with that too. So, okay, let's get to the last bedroom here, which also is carpeted. It doesn't look like there's any pad under the carpet. No pad, just the carpet that's down. The closet is a corner closet, which needs work. That's carpet down there as well. But once again, there's no pad. It looks like there's some damage in the flooring. Now, let's see. We've got a little light here. Doesn't work. But if you look back there in that corner, you can see that the floor has a hole in it. Well, it's probably from vermin, mice, or something chewing up through there, rats. But a little bit of a repair could take care of that. The closet, the fact that it's a corner, may or may not be good. And you can see here, there is this board that runs all the length of the closet from this angled portion all the way to the wall. That's the original closet location. This was actually cut, that wall was taken out, and the closet was built out, so if you ran the closet from the wall here that way, it would follow that line all the way to the wall, which I think I would probably put it back the way it was. Take out this little corner shelf area, put the closet wall back in there, so it's just the regular closet size. You've got a second closet that goes with it, kind of a linen closet thing with 2 shelves and a bar, and you could probably do something like that too with a little cleanup, get that back into something resembling order. There's light coming in. I appreciate the big window in the front. It's too bad about what I see at the neighbor's house. Hopefully that'll be cleaned up. But this side window here is done, and it needs to be replaced. It's so opaque. It does let in light, but nothing else, except in some very small spots where you've got a little clarity. But really needs to be replaced. So to me, replacing this or doing something with this closet, cleaning that closet up, painting these walls, maybe some texture, replacing that ceiling fan, finishing the trim around this window and getting that window in place, getting this window replaced, and then please, something about the floors has to be done. And then, this could be a relatively decent second bedroom if you're going to use that back one as a master, which is exactly what I would do. All right, so let's just take a quick look at the panel here. This is a square D panel, which is good. The panel itself is clean. Everything seems to be marked like it's supposed to be, so I'm actually really happy with this. The service appears to be 200 amp service, so that's probably enough. What I would suggest is, and by the way, we even have a marking here for the AC, so I wonder whether or not there used to be a, because it's a double, right? This one right here. Whether this used to have a furnace. If so, where is that guy? I don't know. But you could build in a closet and get a furnace in here. Now, I know a guy that will do all of that, get the ductwork in, a furnace in, and an AC compressor. It'll cost about $8,000, which isn't too bad considering. Now, if you did all of that, if you got the walls all redone, you put something better down on these floors, you put in some new kitchen cabinets, new appliances, fixed all this, made that back room the master, built yourself a walk-in closet and master bath back there, that laundry room, and still have that laundry room, and then took care of all of this. You know, it's a fair amount of work, but probably, you know, you're going to be able to resell this house for somewhere between $175,000 and $200,000, depending on how well you did. Especially since the lot is so big. Let me get this light turned off here. Okay, some of these switches need to be replaced too. That switch in there is really mushy. So you're also going to have a roof put in. So if you put in a furnace, you know, what is that, $8,000 or so? Roof is going to cost you $12,000, so you're at $20,000. And then all of the rest of the flooring and wall work and whatnot, your guys can probably handle most of that. The panel looks good. You know, replacing outlets is not that big of a deal if you wanted to do that. And that's what I would suggest you do. So if you like the property enough, we can, you know, go forward with this. Just let me know. Definitely is I think a good renovation. The area, well, you know, as I said earlier in the video, best thing to do is check with the Duval County Sheriff's Crime Map online. Just Google search Duval County Sheriff's Crime Map. And they're going to be able to show you, on that map, you're going to be able to put in this address, 1074 Hood Avenue, and then it will show you a radius, like a circle around the house, what kind of crime is in the area. And I think that would be very, very helpful. In any case, we're going to go ahead and head off and to the next one. This is J. Frederick Smith, Continental Realty of Jax, 1074 Hood Avenue, and we'll see you at the next one.